Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Community Remix. We're gonna do another Isaac run. I know people want to mix it up occasionally. It seems primarily people want to see like alternating, well not alternating because that would be gosh darn ridiculous, but occasionally throwing a Samson run into the mix. Whereas, you know, Cain, Maggie, and Eve, and Blue Baby, I'm missing anybody there, Judas, they don't really have any significant changes as far as I know in Community Remix, but Samson runs are, you know, very interesting as a result of course, starting with Donkey's Jawbone, which is actually not truly heinously terrible anymore, which I think is a good thing. So I always run into a conundrum when I fight Duke of Flies in our first boss room and I only have one bomb. I like to save a bomb to maybe get a Tinted Rock, get a Spirit Heart perhaps out of it, and then have a really good chance of snagging a deal with the devil on the next floor. But I also really relish using a single bomb to knock Duke of Flies' HP down like 80% and then just finishing him off very easily. So that's what I did, and we'll hope that we get another bomb somewhere down the line. We also have a key which sets us up very nicely for the next floor. Of course, hoping to experience some of the items new and old. Box of Wires, I believe, on the last episode we got Box of Wires, if I remember correctly, and I was like, we're gonna finally suss out what this does. And people seem to think that when you kill an enemy when they're glowing, or perhaps just when an enemy dies when they're glowing, whether or not you're the one who deals the killing blow, you get an extra 1 bar of... Ooh, yes. You get an extra 1 bar of charge. Oh my god. It's the last NLSS run, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh my god. We had technology on the last NLSS, and I was like, oh, this is like the same run, but I just checked, and it's not. Well, I don't even use Community Remix for those, so of course it isn't. In any case, now I got this weird thing up here. Click on the screen. Let's get it going. All right. I forgot what I was saying. In any case, Box of Wires seems to help you get a charge there, although I will also admit that I picked up 9 volt on that run, which made it even more complicated to actually understand what was really happening. Come on, a single bomb. It's like one of the most valuable uses I've seen for a single bomb. We get a Tinted Rock and 2 gray chests out of it, which will probably give me more money, more bombs, and more keys. I wouldn't be surprised to see all 3, considering there are 2 chests in there, and that could actually make our shop worthwhile on this floor. Just a single bomb. That's all we need to show up. Now, gotta be very... Oh, I knew it was gonna happen! Technology just doesn't quite have enough, because we lack the knockback, it's one of the few situations in which losing the knockback is actually really problematic. It means that it's actually difficult for me to... Well, there's a second key. It means it's difficult for me to, crowd control flies like that, but in any case... I'm still very happy with where we're at. We're going to get a cube of meat here. Our odds of getting a deal with the devil diminished as a result of my ineptitude in dealing with the flies on that room. But I still think even if we don't get a deal with the devil, it was worth, you know, picking up technology. Some people love technology, and technology plus Guppy is definitely like a classic combo that does insanely good stuff. I think technology is worth picking up. Some people dislike it though, because it is a damage downgrade. But a DPS upgrade, I think, plus piercing shots, plus, you know, infinite range within a room, etc., etc. And we still got our deal with the devil, so I was getting all bent out of shape for nothing there. We get Mom's Knife and 2 Spooky. So I know 2 Spooky is, I know it's a Community Remix item, and I was thinking about not picking it up, but to be honest with you, I think I actually will pick it up, even though it's not the most exciting item. It actually seems like a pretty good item when I was complaining about the fact that I didn't have any knockback, so this will scare enemies away from me, maybe making it easier for me to get technology to deal damage to them. And additionally, please be a bomb item. That's Monstro's Tooth. Please reroll into a bomb item. I beg you. It's Book of Shadows. We could use that to save a little HP going into our curse room, but I don't think that really matters. But yeah, additionally, it also sets the precedent for us to get deals with the devil in the future, which is something that I very much want. So I'm actually going to go to the shop. Well, let's start by going to our curse room. See what's in here. Okay, some neutral flies. I figured I'd go to the shop, see if maybe there's a bomb in here, which there is for 5 cents. And I have to believe, oh my Lanta, I have to believe that this will be worth it. Forget the ladder, we're not going to buy it. Maybe if we get enough money, but I doubt it. And if there's a Spirit Heart, we're going to try not to pick it up right off the bat. Same with that Red Heart. Oh, a little scary. At least we got a key back. That was kind of not the best payout there that I would have expected. But either way, by doing this, this will allow us to get into this boss trap room and at least see what's going on in there. So this floor was a little bit less, you know, amazing than I thought it would be. And soap doesn't necessarily change that all that much. That being said, we will get it and take an item out of the rotation. I believe... I gotta look up soap again, because I knew it at one point, but I've since lost the plot on it. I thought it was like, it's a shot speed upgrade and like a tears upgrade, or a speed upgrade and a tears upgrade. It's two things, and I always thought that one of them was not that great. Whether it was a shot speed up or a speed up. But either way, I take it because it's new and community remixy, and well, I'm gonna take it in this situation because our shot speed up doesn't really count as a negative, I think, when you're playing as, well, when you're using technology, I should say. Kind of surprised that this is taking forever, but when Monstro dies, we'll have Larry Jr. Larry Jr. is like the ideal target to have to deal with when you have technology. So I'm excited about that. Especially when they stay in like one axis with one another. And that's gonna do it for this floor. Again, not amazing. We have Isaac starting HP, technology, 2 spooky, a spirit heart that will protect our interests for the next floor, 1 key, cube of meats. I'd say we're, you know, about as strong as you would expect to be by this point. Like, we're about proportional strength to the quality of the enemies that we're going up against. I would love to stack up damage and tiers on technology here, because technology, like, superpowered technology runs are some of the most fun runs that you can have in the game. As of right now, we're not really experiencing that, because our DPS is still relatively not great. That being said, you know, Pestilence will give us a 2nd level cube of meat. That'll actually help us a lot, because we'll have knockback going on, which will help keep flies away from us if 2 spooky doesn't. And at the same time, you know, we didn't take any damage on this floor. We have a much diminished chance of getting a deal with the devil as a result of the fact that we got one on the last floor, but we could see that benefit. We don't. That's fine. As expected, you know, you can't really get a deal with the devil on every single floor. As much as I would love to pick up Blood Oath, it's gonna have to wait. And I do say, you know, when, not if, because Blood Oath consistently shows up probably on like 2/3 of our community remix runs. 2 of diamonds, that's perfect for Caves Part 1. We should be able to get enough money to make our shop worthwhile. Yeah, I got a little scared there. It's actually like, it seems like Cube of Meat is helping out. We're not having to do quite as much damage to actually kill these enemies, which, I mean, is literally true, but at the same time, it seems meaningful, not just like a, you know, cursory improvement. If we can... Either way, I'll probably end up going to this curse room. I just don't want to lose my spirit heart yet. It's kind of irrational, though. We might as... It doesn't really matter when we lose it, if I'm going to go to it regardless. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's not really worth thinking about to that degree right now. Let's put it that way. Careful. Oh, this is a room where you love not having knockback, but still. Rosary. Rosary is like... It's acceptable, especially since it'll give us spirit hearts, which will protect us when I lose this spirit heart. Alright, thank you, 2 Spooky. Actually opened up a pretty nice window for me to get in there. But yeah, so Rosary would give us the spirit hearts necessary to protect us on the next floor. But we might also want to reroll it, because it's not that great at this point in the game. It's actually better later in the game. So we'll check out our shop, and I think we want to use a reroll here instead, which means we will indeed take Rosary. So we could... Oh, that was... I didn't see the demon beggar there, and I walked into it. In order to do this first, though, we should, you know, place a bomb down here, find our secret room. Well, now we don't need to place a bomb. We could, but we don't need to, yeah. Because we'll go into our curse room right away, now that we don't have any, HP. Oh, man, there's no secret room? Tears down, that feels really bad. And puberty, that doesn't help us out very much at all. So, I don't think we're actually going to be able to get to a secret room unless it's right here, which I doubt. Okay. Well, I still think we take the Rosary. That's unfortunate, though. And I don't think we use our 2 of diamonds. I guess we save it. Wow, that was a very weird turn of events. Super, super not psyched about that Tears downgrade, but... You know, we're in the situation we're in. Could buy a key, could buy a spirit heart. I don't think either of those are necessary in our current situation, as you might expect. Bit of a weird floor there. A bit of a weird resolution to that floor, at least I should say. But all we gotta do is get to our boss room, get through it without losing, you know, all 3 of our spirit hearts, and then we should be relatively good to go for getting a deal with the devil. Our chances will, again, be slightly diminished, but it's not that big of a deal. Also, I should point out, like, even though I did mess up and play that donation machine, which, again, I don't even really know how that affects things in Community Remix yet, but even though I messed up and played that, it's possible we might not have found anything useful in our shop to begin with, even with the reroll. So, it was a bad play, but it didn't necessarily deprive me of anything. It might have deprived me of something, but we can't say with certainty. So I'm not super bent out of shape about it, you know, since we don't really know what we lost. Oh, this is perfect. We'll reroll the Steam sale into the map. Should be easier to find secret rooms now, if only we had this on the last floor. And, yeah, I was kind of hoping that he would drop money just so we could reroll the money, but it doesn't really matter in the whole scheme of things as long as we, you know, get more money in the process. In fact, getting the map is probably worth substantially more than just like a 12 or 9 cent payout from Greed, which is probably around the average of what you'd expect to get anyway. So there's a little bit of damage, not unexpected. Can't bomb our way into any special rooms. Could have maybe gotten our secret room from that one, but it was unlikely, I'd say. And we could... Ah, this is perfect. So, you know, the library is pretty much the definition when I have 2 keys of a room that I don't necessarily want to go to, but it could be useful. But I would definitely, if we get a lot of bombs, I would definitely go to it. And at least get, like, 1 reroll there to start the train, even though bombs are more precious than keys right now. So, shoop de whoop. Bad item. But that's okay. We might not even get a chance to get another reroll from this floor, now that I look at it, because we're going to want to reroll Shoop the Whoop, and then we're going to want to save one for the boss and devil rooms, but I guess if those rooms pan out well, we won't need another reroll. But if they don't pan out well, then we're going to need more than our fair share of rerolls. Alright, I don't know how I killed the one at the end first. I guess Cube of Meat hit that. There's 2 bombs. Again, we could bomb our way into the library. It might be worth doing it just to maybe get a Book of Sin or something, or take more books out of the equation, but for now, Shoot the Whoop gets rerolled. Little Gish is totally fine in my eyes. You know what, we're gonna go to the secret room anyway. I think it's worth the extra bomb just to see if we can, get something in there at least. And we won't have to use a key to ever go back into it again. Of course we're gonna go to the secret room because we have this 2 of Diamonds card that we're gonna wanna... Oh man, that's super good. That we're gonna wanna pop at some point. Now it would take us to nearly 50 cents. We got Book of Sin, Anarchist Cookbook, of course in Community Remix. There is 1 more book, so it takes very slightly longer to actually do this. But that's okay, we may actually get a chance to use our rerolls appropriately. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking if all of these rooms have combat, we have a chance to get 1 extra reroll, but there's always a relatively good chance that one of these rooms is just a self-sacrifice room, in which case we're going to save the reroll we get and make sure that we can use it on our deal with the devil when appropriate. If we get one. And if we don't get one, or we don't need to reroll it, even better. So there's our self-sacrifice room. We still could get more rerolls, but there's always the chance that there's a curse room at the end on this side, so... Or the chance that one of these rooms has just like a chest in it or something, which would actually take some of the guesswork out and save me a lot of hassle. I think I took 1 full Spirit Heart of damage there, which is nonsense. I hate those red nubs when they shoot out the bullets that do that much damage. And unfortunately, just because of the order in which I've kind of tackled this floor, we're not going to be able to use our reroll yet. Because if that's a curse room on the other end... And we'll see if it is. It's a boss trap room. Well, even still, this makes it like it would have been tricky to make this work. So I think we're going to stick with our 1 reroll and take it down here. And it's going to be, you know, new fashion Duke of Flies, which should be really easy for us to take out. The bomb flies are going to be annoying, but while we're doing, like, crowd control on the bomb flies, our technology shots are still hitting. So we don't even need to use a bomb here, I think, because we effectively have piercing shots. Which is the main reason you use a bomb on Duke of Flies, is that, you know, his fly army blocks shots for him, which is really tedious and annoying. Also, a ton of Spirit Hearts for finishing this off, which is going to be sweet. And yes, a deal with the devil. So we will pick up Squeezy. I think I'm basically giving up on going to that boss trap room on this floor. We get 9 lives and Spirit of the Night. So, like, if we take Spirit of the Night, we can get... Or if we take 9 lives, we can pick up Spirit of the Night right after. But we won't have any Spirit Hearts left. If we take Spirit of the Night and then we take 9 lives, we won't have any Spirit Hearts after either. I almost feel like we just take Spirit of the Night here, and we kind of tell 9 lives to F off. Is it worth 5 spirit hearts to get 9 lives? It probably is. Yeah, okay. Again, this is the conundrum I deal with every time. Is like, oh, and we can go to this room now too. I didn't even consider that as an intended effect. This is probably more apt for a reroll, yeah, than the library. Sorry, library. Could be better in the future, but yeah, I'm always like, you know, I'm not gonna become Guppy on this run. I'm gonna resolve not to become Guppy, and then the game presents a situation where the right play is taking one Guppy item, and after like, oh, careful. After one Guppy item is the right play, the other Guppy items become way more heavily incentivized because, of course, you know, the more Guppy items you have, the more each subsequent Guppy item is worth. Anyway, this is an interesting run so far. Technology, but not great damage. And we're in a cool position, shall I say. Really hoping for not an XL floor. The secondary thing would have been not Necropolis, but you can't always get what you want, right? That was a very easy room. And this 2 of Diamonds card is shaping up to be pretty darn valuable, especially when we keep getting secret rooms like this one that give us like 14 cents, which is kind of ridiculous. Not a special room, much to my surprise. But more keys, more money, I guess it helps out. We'll head downwards now. It looks like there's probably at least 2, at least 1, but maybe 2 or 3 special rooms down here, so why not give it a try? There's our shop. We fought Greed on the last one. Oh, that was bad of me. That doesn't mean we won't fight Greed on this one, but it means it's probably a little bit lesser likely, or less likely, I guess I should just say, that we fight Greed on this one. Let's hope we don't, because I need some HP. Book of Revelations. I think this is where we use 2 of Diamonds, and then we can buy Book of Revelations like very freely, get a Spirit Heart, re-roll it. It becomes the 9 volt. That gives us another re-roll right away. I think that's well worth it. And we'll pretty much buy this shop out. Yeah, we could use the bomb, we could use the key, we could use the red heart, and we could use the spirit heart. So I would say that went very, very well. And we still have our reroll ready for a boss room here. Pretty unlikely that we get a deal with the devil, considering we got one on the last floor and we took red heart damage on this floor. But we'll figure it out. This will give us 3rd level cube of meat. And you know what? I'm not gonna pick it up. You might think I'm crazy for doing so, but we had a run recently. I can't remember if it was Community Remix or Vanilla, but we had a run recently where picking up 3rd level cube of meat probably contributed to my death because I didn't have an orbital. I would rather have the orbital with the DPS than cube of meat, like kicking my own bombs back at me and stuff like that. I think I've finally matured to the point where, you know, I'll take the safe upgrade. Get away from those rocks, please. I'll take the safe Super Meat Boy, or 2nd level Meat Boy, instead of the bombastic but occasionally detrimental 3rd level. You can't really reroll cube of meat, so we'll just kind of leave it there. I'll open this. Yeah, alright. Tammy's head, we are very close to a Tammy transformation now, or is that it right there? Okay, because we've got 2 cubes of meat now, I feel like I should get 4th level Meat Boy, just because that's ridiculous. And this is a situation that doesn't come up all that often. Am I Tammy now? I don't think I'm Tammy now. You might need a 3rd item. Like, Tammy's tail is now an item. I guess that's what we would need, Tammy's tail. Anyway. 4th level Meat Boy. If we're gonna compromise our ideals, at least it's gonna do a lot of damage in the process. Good stuff. Missing page. I mean, there's no reason not to pick up missing page except as like a weird form of protest that like, I don't like it, so I'm not gonna get it. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Quad shot. I have no idea how this affects technology, so I'm gonna pick it up. Could be funny. Seems like it takes us a lot longer to shoot. Our shots are bigger. I don't know if they do more damage. Here we are. Might be a DPS downgrade. That's okay. We'll learn to live with that. And this floor is gonna be done very, very quickly here. Pretty surprised that none of those are special rooms. 3 shots to kill those nubs is not something I'm really necessarily proud of. Sneak through here. Wow, no special rooms. More keys, though. I mean, that's nice. Might as well finish off all these rooms, even though we don't have like a real use for our reroll. Why not go through with it? Careful. Maybe we'll find another golden chest or something. Maybe we'll find Tammy's tail, which admittedly I've forgotten what it does. So this is shaping up, if nothing else, to be a little bit of an unusual run, and unusual runs are interesting runs, and interesting runs are runs that I like the most. Thank you. 4th level Meat Boy is actually, it feels like I insulted him and now he's trying to make things right, and I appreciate that. Because 3rd level Meat Boy sometimes is not worth the trouble. Very lucky to have gotten a golden chest that actually paid out with an item, I guess. You don't find yourself in that situation too often. And now I'm actually in the weird and possibly, like, perfect situation of maybe fighting death on the next floor, the next, floor 1, I should say, and getting a 5th cube of meat, which would actually give me my orbital back, and I'd still have the high-powered, like, familiar here. Happens from time to time, albeit very rarely. So this floor hasn't been a wash, but, you know, we're kind of coasting on our, you know, the items that we've had for a while, with the exception of cube of meat here, because we're pretty much guaranteed, it's pretty unlikely, should say, that we're going to get a deal with the devil on the next floor. Not impossible, just unlikely. And, that means, you know, no Tammy transformation in all likelihood, no Guppy transformation in all likelihood, so hopefully we end up on the depths, hopefully we get a good item room and shop, and hopefully that's enough to carry us at least until down to the Womb Par 1, where we can maybe start to pick up some great stuff there. So far so good. Bum Friend, or sorry, My Best Friend is not very useful, but Halo of Flies is. I'll pick that up. Really nice when we have no knockback. Really nice in general, but in particular when we have no knockback. And we will, because we have a good chance of getting a deal with the devil on this floor if we can teleport out of the boss fight. I'll be looking to pick up like a Fool card or something, if possible. And we have more than enough money to, you know, spend on the shop to maybe make it happen. Nope. That's okay. Maybe you'll drop Steam Sale again, because I haven't picked it up yet. No, just good old-fashioned money. That's fine, too. I appreciate getting my key back, at least. And our curse room contains a couple of pills. One of them is shot speed up, which doesn't matter. The other one is balls of steel. Well worth it, I'd say. And that's not a boss room. Free bomb, free key, okay. Because I don't want to backtrack, I'm just going to come to this room right away. Easy room, free spirit heart. Feels good, man. Now, we may have a library left over. I welcome all special rooms at this point because we, well, especially a boss trap room in an arcade, because we really don't have anything else to spend our rerolls on, so we might as well, you know, invest them in something useful. Did we kill one? We must have killed one. Probably Meat Boy did it and I didn't notice. Yeah, there's a boss trap room, so there's, you know, phase 1, or phase 2 of the plan. We need phase 1 still in the blood bank, right there. It's a shame we can't access it yet, because we have a reroll ready. And there's our arcade. Okay, this is actually shaping up pretty nicely. So we'll just land these shots, and yeah, we want to play this 3 times. You can play, we can get away with playing it only twice, but might as well go as hard as we can to try to get the blood bag, because the extra HP could be worthwhile. But for now, it's just HP, which is pretty much what we want. And a Tears upgrade, which is, again, pretty much what we want, having gotten a Tears downgrade and also, like, a really slowed rate of fire, thanks to Quad Shot. But, you know, little Chub, a regular-sized Chub, he's no slouch in the HP department. A little easier to take out when you have piercing shots, obviously, because you hit multiple segments, and thus your damage is modified by, like, a factor of 3. But still, you know, we're doing a decent job against Peep, too. Thanks to Meat Boy's ability to chew on a stationary target here. So far, so good. Let's keep moving along. We do want to go to the secret room, but I also want to see if maybe there's a library available. Sometimes I get a little confused about, you know, which of these red dudes is a friend and which of them is a foe, but that's okay. We'll just wait until they all die, and then the one left standing is the friend, I suppose. No library, so we're pretty much done with this floor, actually. Maybe we want to, well, we want to go to the secret room, and maybe we want to gamble on the blood bank a little bit more, just to see if we can snag some more HP. That was an incredibly bad bomb, but I managed to put it in the right spot. Yeah, let's gamble on the blood bank a little bit more, but I'm not going to sweat too much over getting this HP upgrade. It doesn't really bother me if we don't get it. I really doubt that it's going to be a dominant and determining factor on the run. Sure. We got more money instead. Even though there's some rooms left over, I know we should go to them. I'll go to the ones that are over here. I can't be bothered to backtrack all the way. It only takes us 2 rooms to get a reroll, but we have nothing to reroll. That was a little scary. Okie dokie, nothing there. And if we don't get a teleport card, that is it for our, oh, well, I'm glad we went to this room. That is it for our dream of getting a deal with the devil on this floor. But that means a better chance of getting one on the next floor, so be it. Strength card. Pretty good. We'll save it for a lot later. We could use it on the boss, or sorry, on the arcade to do some funky stuff, but I'm not going to. Alright, so we got the ultimate, like, crowd control right now. Meat Boy is probably going to be more or less useless, except when the foot comes down on a place where it's already standing, which is happening to a surprising degree so far, so I'm very happy about that. Now just stay still, buddy. Oh, you know what I can do is I can try to direct the foot to land where Meat Boy is standing. There, that's the next level tactic there. Again, I don't think there's necessarily a big need to use the strength card, I should say, on this floor. There we go. Oh, you got a little damage in there. I appreciate it nonetheless. I don't want to stand that close to the place where the hand can come out. This isn't over yet? Now it's over, okay. Well, stem cells, basically meaningless. We didn't get the Polaroid, though, which kind of sucks. But it's down to the next floor regardless. We don't need the Polaroid because it's Community Remix. Now, this is, well, let's just let Meat Boy do this. This is a big floor. We should basically be at 0 risk of taking red heart damage. We can take like 4 or 5 hits before we even start losing red hearts. But it's going to take us a long time to get to this boss. Probably. You know, just factor in me probably guessing wrong at least once as to where the proper direction of the boss room is. This Angel Fetus is bothering me a little bit. Even with our infinite range, annoying as hell. Sure, I'll pick that up. Might as well check out all the terminals along the way. I had a feeling this would not be it. You know, I don't get a Nobel Prize for predicting that one. It's pretty obvious. Usually they're at like the very, very end, not just kind of like sticking out randomly. Golden chests? Okay, I'll do it. And I feel good about doing it. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm just going to reroll it instead, just so we can get the extra reroll charge here. And we will have to fight 3 bosses, but the first 2 are, you know, very, very easy as a result of our, you know, piercing shots. And then the third one is just going to be Peep again. No, double Monstro. All right. Well, you know, anytime, as long as the enemies, you know, you don't get 2 very difficult bosses in the same room, like we will maybe get on the chest. Anytime you fight 2 enemies at once, it seems like a little bit easier with technology because we, well, 2 spookies doing wonders here. Because you can hit both of them at once with effectively piercing shots. So now we have another reroll pedestal to use our D6 on. We don't really need a speed upgrade, so I'm not too perturbed by potentially leaving that behind and not getting anything else in its stead. We can fly, so our speed is not necessarily our #1 concern as much as maybe damage would be. So the speed upgrade gets rerolled into Poison Touch. Poison Touch a lot better, I think, in this individual situation, but at the same time, not necessarily anything worth writing home about. And this surprises me now. I was relatively confident that we would find our boss room up here. And of course, the issue here is that these guys fire exactly the same way that I do. Probably could have done that in a less annoying way, but that's okay. Let's go through with this room up here, just because I want to get a reroll on our way back, which we can totally do. Pill is Tears Up. That feels really good. It feels vindicating after all those terrible Tears downgrades that we've had thus far. Okie dokie. Easy floor so far. Easy floor, easy life, I hope. Poison Touch is going to get rerolled. Yeah, I will take Skeleton Key. Probably the best utility item, I guess you could call it, in mob trap rooms. That's my philosophy on that, at least. Give me this room, every room for the rest of the run. The hearts without their masks to protect them, and we can just hang out over top of the rocks. So we could go to the secret, well, we are going to go to the secret room, but we could potentially take a shortcut through that secret room and, you know, get somewhere special, maybe directly adjacent to the boss room. But I don't really want to use 2 bombs to do that. And I kind of want to explore a little bit more just to see if we get more spirit hearts, more golden chests. You never know, right? I'm not going to bother playing that. And also, the other room at the other end could be a library, which would be a good use of our rerolls, if I could get it. Now, it could, of course, just be a complete dead end as well. We can fly, right? Okay, more bombs and keys. Bombs, probably a little bit more important considering we don't have 98 of them. 99, I guess, now. And we'll see what's up here. It's not our boss room, so this wouldn't have even helped us out. The downside here is that there is no library. But the upside is that I saved some bombs and wouldn't have found myself getting to the boss room much faster at all. And what did I say? Big floor, but it's been an easy one. This is a big moment for us. If we don't get a deal with the devil here, I'm going to be super disappointed. I'm going up against Bloat. Now, Bloat, while slowed, strikes me as a pretty easy enemy for us to face if Meat Boy can keep his aggro on the proper targets. Now, you know the drill here. When he's slowed, he has, like, unpredictable jumping patterns. This was beautiful, as far as I'm concerned. We'll take our HP upgrade, see what we got on here. We got Blood Oath. That's a no-brainer. I always take it. And I kind of just want to take Rage just to get our HP lower, but I think we'll re-roll it in the hopes of getting something better. Sulfur is worse, but it's going to raise... Let's think of it maybe as we're picking up a damage upgrade. Should have gone with Rage. I'm going to take it regardless, though. This is how much faith I have in Blood Oath, is that I will take it, or I will take Deal with the Devil items I don't want to raise my damage higher. And I don't know how much this is going to affect us right now. In fact, the way I feel about Blood Oath kind of mirrors the way I think I felt about Rage for a long time until I saw some concrete numbers about it, which is basically like, you know, oh my god, our damage gets incredible when you have Rage, which is not actually true. Chariots. What was our other card? I've forgotten now. Strength. Chariot I probably prefer, actually. It's possible that Blood Oath, I haven't looked into the data or the values yet, but it's possible that Blood Oath is something that I'm very strongly overrating right now. But I like it. So I take it, and it's, as I've mentioned many times, my favorite community remix item. I know it's not, you know, the most exciting or bombastic one, but when I play, like, RPGs, my favorite skills, I always skill into, like, passives, like, plus 2% HP, lifesteal on hit, like, 2% crit chance, stuff like that. That's my jam, so Blood Oath giving me extra damage and being kind of cool in the process is, you know, exactly my F&J. It's my jam. I think it's okay to fight Greed, especially if he gives us a secret room item pedestal, which could give us something incredible. Well, instead he just gave us some money, which at this point, we're probably getting to the point where it's a little bit overkill. And these enemies are a good gauge of how our damage is, and, you know, I'd say it's merely okay, but better than it used to be for sure. I'm gonna throw down the Temperance, just because it gives us a chance to maybe get an HP upgrade, which maybe we don't even want. But also, maybe we can get to a half-heart interval, which actually is valuable for us. So we can, like, play it twice, like so. And then, you know, the money, super useful, of course, at this point in the game. But we get to a half-heart interval. That matters. Potentially, at least. And this is our boss room. And in true Northernlion fashion, I'm not going to worry too much about exploring the rest of the floor. Let's just go fight Monster. Really thought the turrets would die in one hit. That didn't end up being the case. Alright, this is interesting. This is where things get a little touchy because Meat Boy, historically, kicks my bombs out of the way and annoys the crap out of me. There we go. That was easy. Didn't kick him that time. Crowd control went very well. Did kick it that time. Didn't kick it this time. Alright, so we're going to be in permanent bomb state. This mom's hard fight went pretty well. Now we go Cathedral. We have to remember that we have to go to Shoal as well. So our HP isn't necessarily going to last as long as it otherwise would. The Chariot card, I think, is going to be really useful against Isaac. Against Isaac sounds like a post-hardcore band or something. Okay. Don't, oh, no. Meat Boy, you've mistaken my actions again. up to 98 cents. Well, can we get to 99 and just, like, turn money off in Spider Mod or something like that? Of course we can't. That was a failed attempt at a joke. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I really don't want to take 2 hits of damage against the Widows. That would be bad, and was bad. Thankfully, we have 9 lives here, though, so, I can't hit this nub. Oh, I can, just not from that side. I found pills. Sure. Fantastic. Not our boss room. Thank you. Too spooky. You made those enemies pretty easy to deal with. Man, I don't know. I can't help but, like, look into my crystal ball and see that we're gonna find ourselves probably fighting... If we beat Isaac, which is a possibility if we have decent HP when we go into the fight and our chariot card. Can't help but see a situation where we have to beat Satan on 1 heart. Doesn't seem impossible, just annoying. You could be my lucky star here, Judgment. Thank you. That's a big help. That's a second chariot card, which helps me on my way to the boss room. And that's the Bible, which we knew was going to show up at some point. And now at least we have a reroll pedestal, which is the Mitre. Okay, that was pretty solid. This is actually probably one of the easiest rooms we could deal with at this point in the game, but I figured why not make sure that we at least get some use out of our chariot card. And really the reason you use the chariot card is primarily for just free damage. You get invincibility, and then you do a little bit of damage at the same time. So this Judgment was very kind to us. Just hoping that we can keep this, our most valuable life, alive until, you know, the Spirit Hearts start coming fast and furious, hopefully. So I'm thinking we go for this Loki first, because we're a little bit further away from it on the side. There we go. Spawn some bomb flies. Spawn some... Well, just be dead then. You brought that on yourself. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I blew them up poorly. Come on, Meat Boy. Seriously, dude? Your master is, like, firing at some stuff here. You should maybe try to help out a little bit. Oh, this is ideal. All right. Meat Boy carries no knockback. Technology carries no knockback. The only thing that's knocking Monstro around here is actually Little Gish, which carries very, very limited knockback, especially when the enemy is slowed. I believe. Easy. Another half... Oh, it took away our half-heart interval on red hearts, but it gave us another half-spirit heart. I totally forgot. We don't have Polaroid invincibility, so our half-heart interval doesn't matter in the least. Disregard this. I'm being a bit of an idiot. So we're gonna come up. Should be an easy room. Meat Boy's doing good stuff. Yeah, anytime there's multiple enemies and Meat Boy can actually get a handle on them, it's working out really well. That's my favorite room on the cathedral right there. Alright, well, time to put our money where our mouths are. That sentence came across kind of weirdly. Race ya. Oh, Meat Boy won. Right, fair enough. Now, this is the moment of truth for us. I think. We know this? Tears up. Well, that feels good. So, the way that I think we handle this is, we just do as much free damage as possible. If we get hit, we'll get Meat Boy to start doing damage. Start with the free damage, though. Because Meat Boy won't aggro until we get close, or we kind of, like, move through his, very, very limited field of view. Oh, I got hit. Okay. So, we run up, get Meat Boy going, and then pop the cherry card. I wasted, like, a second of it. Why wait to use the chariot card until Meat Boy's around? Because that's when we're at the greatest risk, is when Meat Boy's doing damage to him consistently, because this is going to cause him to shoot all the freaking time. Now, the most important thing is getting through this life. Getting through this fight, I should say. If we can get through this fight, and we're still alive, it doesn't really matter how much HP we have, because we have a chance against Satan. Oh, no. We have a chance against Satan, no matter how low our HP is. There's no way we're beating Isaac, which is, like, largely a war of attrition, with very, very limited HP. It's just not gonna happen. Just make it to the Spirit Heart. Good, good. So this isn't the chest, this will be Shoal. And yeah, on Shoal, we at least have a chance. The enemies are, you know, nothing to sneeze at. It's an easier floor than the Cathedral. And Satan is a boss where it's much more feasible to just not take damage than it is against Isaac, but, Our hope right now is that we just get down to the chest. The chest can be our savior. We get 4 items there. More HP, more damage, more spirit hearts. That's the other thing, is more spirit hearts on this floor via the miter. So, you know, even though this floor is easier, we have a to-do list. And the to-do list is don't take damage so the miter can actually work out in your favor. I mean, it's going to work out in our favor regardless, but so it can, you know, give us the best chance possible to succeed. And we're going to immediately rebuke the miter and take intentional damage walking into this curse room. We'll also see what's in the... I will go through with it. Well, for 1 spirit heart, if we just don't get hit here, going to this room will pay for our... it'll pay for our trip to the curse room, which could give us more spirit hearts, or a free deal with the devil item, or a shitty deal with the devil item, which we reroll into something amazing. Or it could give us a bunch of spiders. You know, there's multiple permutations for how this can go. Meat Boys, yeah, I was gonna say, probably gonna take him out very quickly, and that'll be the end of this fight in a moment. And we actually got 2 spirit hearts, which is even better. 1 red chest gives us 2 spirit hearts, so we ended up gaining 1 more spirit heart for coming in there. Feels like it might be doable here. Now, ideally, I would just... Oh, too spooky. The ultimate fistula counter. Not that it's necessary in the least. Sweet. Ah, another room that I'm a big fan of right now. Check down here. Not a boss trap room, unfortunately. Pretty easy room to plan for there. Not a boss room or boss trap room, I mean. There's our boss room. And another pretty easy finish here. Okay, well, we're not going to have to beat Satan without taking any hits, that's for sure. Put that bomb down. Don't kick it. Can I kick it? No, you can't, Meat Boy. No, you can't. Alright, the Fallen. Very simple. Taken care of. Now, Meat Boy, if you just... Oh, you dirty dick. If you chew on Satan, it doesn't cause him to shoot at us any more often. So I'm just gonna... I'm gonna stay in the trenches here. Now I'm gonna move. That was very easy. I'm gonna put a bomb down like here. I don't think that worked. I also basically don't expect to have Meat Boy do anything here. But I do expect to take out Satan very quickly. Yeah, that was bullshit, but hey, at least we made it to the chest. Okay, we can do this now. We've got a lot of HP. Celtic Cross. Remote Detonator. Ooh, that's the random tier effects, right? Tiny Planet Tier's Orbit. That was Tiny Planet, and we wasted it by having technology. Oh well. I think we're gonna take Celtic Cross. And we're gonna take Remote Detonator just to put it back down, and we are gonna take the HP up. I would rather have it later so we could fill more heart containers, but we have to re-roll Remote Detonator. And we could get Poison Bombs. Poison Bombs are pretty good. Now this is perhaps the one and only time in which I am super stoked to be fighting Monstro 2. 2 Monstro 2, I should say. 1 Monstro 2 is a joke. 2 Monstro 2s is the stuff of nightmares, but so far, this is super easy. Well, what a disappointing get for Tiny Planet there. It's not really my fault, but you know what I mean. I think we're gonna get carried by the miter here. It's giving us so many spirit hearts. Let's be honest. We've probably had enough money for 1 run. 1 run. Funny I say that. Now. Just, oh, how are you still... Yeah, like my damage is still pretty bad, but so is the enemy's abilities to hit me, so... I have a feeling we're going to come out of this one smelling pretty good. We can reroll Poison Bombs, just because we're trying to find something maybe a little bit more interesting. And we're going to have a ton of HP, and my main incentive here is if we die, man, we're going to have to die like 9 more times. There's very, very low chance that we beat Blue Baby without... Oh, that was... Don't take so much damage. There's a very, very low chance that we beat Blue Baby without getting hit once, ever. Like, there have been runs where it's happened, but on this run, that doesn't enter into my possibility space. Now, thankfully, there's like 6 Spirit Hearts that have dropped on this floor already, which is absurd, and it's exceptionally lucky, and don't get me wrong, I realize that it's lucky. keeping me alive and keeping me in good spirits as well. Now, I just really, really hope that this is the proper way to go to get to the boss fight. Spelunker's Hat is super not worth it considering we only have 3 rooms left and... well, maybe only 3 rooms left. And what is the second secret room going to do for us? Lots of red hearts, an eternal heart that gives us 1 more HP. Okay, no, Meat Boy. Wrong dude, Meat Boy. You got the wrong guy. Okay, thank you. That was really bad of me. Surprisingly hard to make sure we kill Gluttony before Sloth here. Oh, that's an interesting card. Eternity. That gives us an eternal heart, I believe. This is not the proper way to go to get to the boss fight. There's our eternal heart, anyway. Now we have to go down. This is going to be a long trip, and we know where our boss room is. Our HP's been relatively good on this fight. We've got, like, the little bit of the French flag going on. I mean, the actual French flag. I know it sounds like it could be a sex maneuver or something like that. That's the Eiffel Tower you're thinking of. Brain dude, almost dead. We'll have another reroll, and at least this one's close by. Spelunker's Head gets rerolled into Yum Heart, which we can't use and likely never want to use. Come on, this is where Little Gish's time to shine. Well, we'll break even on this room. That's more than you can say most of the time here. Harlequin Baby, less rerollable than, thank you. Oh, less rerollable than, Yum Heart, but still something I will want to reroll if given the opportunity. Alright. Seriously. Death, just pass away, please. Thank you. Now, we have no knockback except for Little Gish, so I think we can be a little bit more aggressive than usual with our plays on the Horseman here. We probably won't knock it into ourselves. Thank God we got that extra key. I was a little concerned that maybe we wouldn't have enough keys to open all the golden chests that are showing up here. Sure. Let's be honest. I don't know how Scapular works, but I know enough not to reroll it when it could save our lives, especially in a situation like this where we're probably just a bit above the borderline. So Super Sloth, sign me up, man. Tarot cards, an item pedestal, either way. Maybe some Spirit Hearts just for the privilege of having fought with this room as well. Took a little bit of damage, but one Hierophant card, and all is forgiven. You should, yeah, it's like sincerely be dead. Stars card doesn't really do too much for us. Oh, my favorite, the Gertie that doesn't even shoot. Flies are, you know, surprisingly making it through the gauntlet here to see me. But we're done. In a moment at least. Another Spirit Heart, and we'll have one more room. I think we've got this, but it did end up being a little bit dire. I'm surprised with all of our deals with the devil that we, that we ended up being in as tight of a position as we are right now. But we made it work. It was a little bit community remixy. Too spooky, of course. And, you know, that's why we buy things like Mr. Mega. Well, not buy, but you know what I mean. That's why we get things like Mr. Mega. Great damage, and also just the extra bombs in general help us do quite a number on them. That's a tears up? It is a tears up. Thank you very much. We're not even going to take the stars card in just in case I press it by accident and ruin the run completely. You know the deal. We don't send Meat Boy in until all of our first wave of free damage is done, caused by us getting hit, which just happened. So Meat Boy, go ahead, buddy. Oh, yes, thank you. Celtic Cross. Occasional pseudo-permanent Polaroid invincibility. It's a much more comfortable finish than I actually thought it would be. We're already on the 3rd phase here. And we just pop this bad boy down here. And explode it, and you're dead. And everything's hunky-dory. Great! As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that run. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.